So now what I'm going to do is the Dermafrac procedure, and what this is a 4-in-1 treatment. So great for patients' value for money because they're getting 4 treatments in one. So the first step would be microdermabrasion. So that's removing all the dead skin cells so the treatment penetrates through better. The second step will be the microneedling. The third step will be the peptide infusion. And the fourth step would be the LED light therapy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what each step does. So I'm just going to pop on the actual Dermafrac machine now. So you may hear a little noise in the background, and that's just the machine that's being turned on now. So the first step will be the microdermabrasion. So removing the dead skin cells. If I could just turn you that side, Corinne. And preparing the skin ready for the treatments. So it feels a little bit of suction there, Corinne, and a little bit scratchy, but it should be nice and quick for you. So this is just a quick flash to get rid of the dead skin cells so that that microneedle step can just get a little bit deeper for the patient. And this is different to the medical microdermabrasion because it's crystal free. So there's no crystals flowing out onto the skin. So it's got a little tip here. And this is almost like a, not sandpaper because it's the wrong word, but it's just slightly a rough surface. And what that does, and it's got a suction, so it brings the skin, it includes the skin up, and then exfoliates the top part of the skin. So that suction there is really great, especially around the nose area, to get rid of those blackheads or to help reduce the appearance of blackheads on the skin. Now it is a treatment again that the patient will feel. It's not a salon or a spa treatment where they're just going to relax for half an hour or 45 minutes. They will feel it, but it's manageable. So you've got the suction there. It's really occluding the skin, and the tip that's just abrasive slightly to get rid of that dead skin. So any blackheads or blockages that the patient may have from makeup, everyday use of products which may not necessarily be suitable for the skin, just causing the blackheads or the blockages underneath the skin, this is great for. It's quite nice because we can get under the eye area where some fine lines are, so we can just stimulate the area a little bit. So a little bit of redness all over the skin. Even redness is a good sign that we've covered the whole face. And just turn that way for me, Corinne. That's great, thank you. Lovely, so a nice even redness on the skin, and that step's completed. So now I'm just going to change over the cartridge to get it ready for the microneedling stage. I need to just make sure it's occluded first before I do it. Yeah. Okay, it should be good. Yeah, so our aim is to deliver that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is move on to the microneedling stage. So again, this is really important to not get this confused with a dermal roller or a handheld roller treatment, because this is the same technique in terms of the needles, but it's not the dermal roller treatment where you've got lots of days of downtime or anything like that. So you're getting the same effects, but less downtime, and that's really the key point here for our patients who may be a little bit scared to have that dermal roller, but they want the same benefits. They want the instant plumping, the rejuvenation, the hydration, the cleansing, the deep exfoliation. Okay, just tuck that lip in for me, Corinne. And just turn this way for me. So it's a little bit sore, you can imagine. It's literally little tiny needles going around the skin, but they're really small, so it shouldn't be too unbearable for the patient. I'm just going to work just on the areas that need a little bit of extra correction, so around the eyes and just the nasal labial folds here, and that will just help with any fine lines and wrinkles that the patient may have. So just bear with me, Corinne, it may be a little bit sore. It'll be nice and quick. And the main thing here is with getting the results. It's not about pampering or making you feel nice. Although we do want you to feel relaxed, it's going to be you're going to feel that something's going on. The good thing is it's nice and quick. Lovely, and just turn that side for me. And we'll just make sure that that cartridge has been delivered into the skin. Now, if there's any excess product in the cartridge, we can roller in the rest of the cartridge so that every treatment that patient is getting the whole benefit of those peptides being infused. So if I'm selecting a dehydrated patient with a hydrating solution, that will infuse the skin with more hydration, so hyaluronic acid is what we would use. If it's anti-aging, there's anti-aging peptides and ingredients which really delivers nourishment for the anti-aging effect. If it's acne, we use something called salicylic acid, and that's infused down underneath the skin to break down the bacteria. And if it's pigmentation, we have a lightening agent which really helps brighten and lighten any pigmentation that the patient may have. So really specific for that individual. It's not one treatment for everybody, the same process for everybody. No, that's not what we're doing. Okay. How are you feeling, Corinne? Lovely. So now we're going to finish off with some LED light therapy. Now LED light therapy is, like I said, the light emitting diode. It is going to flash a little bit. So you will see a flashing light. Corinne, you may see a slight bright light flashing near the eyes. Please don't worry, as long as you keep the eyes closed. It's not a laser or anything like that where we need to protect our eyes. But all we want to do is get that energy underneath. And what the LED does is it's stimulating your collagen and your elastin. And collagen and elastin are your little kind of cells underneath the skin. It's in the simplest way to explain it, which give us our suppleness, as to say, of the skin, or our fullness of the skin. The less, as we age, the less we have. So it's all about stimulating those cells to increase fibroblasts, increase the collagen and elastin in the skin. So I'm just going to turn this on, and you'll hear a little noise, and that's just the cool air blowing. So it's quite comfortable because it really does soothe the skin post-procedure. And what we're going to do is just work this on top of the skin, a few minutes each side. And we can, again, select the light suitable for each individual patient. So whatever your main concern is, if it's bacteria and breakouts, we would use the blue light. That reduces your bacteria and your breakouts and your congestion. If it's very red, inflamed, or if you've got broken veins, we would use the red light. And we can also combine the LED lighting with other treatments or as a booster for post-treatments. And if it's anti-aging, just like we are today, we would be using the yellow light to stimulate the collagen and the elastin for anti-aging purposes. How's that feeling, Corinne?
Fine.
Can you feel the little cool air blowing?
Yeah.
It's comfortable?
Very.
We're just going to work this over the skin for Corinne. And you'll see there's just a little bit of element of redness within a few hours, sometimes even half an hour. Our patient's skin will calm down. And especially after the mask that we apply straight on afterwards, it really cools and soothes the skin down. And again, if the patient is particularly uncomfortable with going out with a little bit of redness, we have the medical grade makeup, and they can pop that straight on, which then just looks like they're just ready to go out, rather than just coming out of a skin clinic. As an add-on for every patient that we have here, our final step would be our enriched firming mask. So whenever we're doing any procedures that creates redness, we always like to give this as an added benefit at no extra cost. And this is just to really calm the skin down, reduce the amount of redness Corinne's got on the skin, anti-inflammatory, and it's really nourishing the skin. So again, hydrating and anti-aging. So it's quite normal to feel a little bit of sensitivity at this stage, Corinne. So are you feeling a bit tingly? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to apply this. This is quite cool, and this really will calm your skin down. And we keep it in the medical fridge just so it's nice and cooling and refreshing. So we get a nice layer of this on the skin. You okay? It's cold, isn't it? But it's really cooling, really anti-inflammatory, and most importantly, really nourishing for the skin. So it's Really helps with the fine lines and just gives you that nice glow. We can get quite closely to the eyes without it irritating them. So really good to plump out those little fine lines that are around the eyes there. Put a little bit on the lips, it's really hydrating. How's that feel?
Fine.
Is that okay? So we'll leave that for 10 minutes and then we'll remove that, apply some post-treatment cream, SPF, and that is the Dermafrac. So just to summarise the Dermafrac treatment, it's a 4-in-1 treatment, so great for any kind of night out or just to plump and nourish the skin. We have the Microdermabrasion, the Microneedling with peptide infusion, and the LED light therapy. Great for any skin types that suffer with mild acne to moderate acne, acne scarring, open pores, fine lines and wrinkles, or just dehydrated, dull looking skin. If you wanted to find out more about our skin treatments that we have to offer here at Skin Perfection, please give us a call and we can book in your no obligation complimentary skin health check and skin observe treatment.